Okay, so in this video I'm going to try to accomplish two things at once. So here I'm putting about maybe a tablespoon of peanut oil in there. We have the pan going, so it's pretty hot already. I'm using the whole thing of bamboo shoots and the whole thing of water chestnuts that have been sliced. You can see I have my whole thing of cabbage here, but I'm going to let this simmer for just a little bit, because the bamboo shoots and the water chestnuts are the hardest thing, so I'm just going to let that sizzle for a little bit. The next thing to go in, this is a 12-ounce bag of bean sprouts. Now, a lot of these ingredients, like the bamboo shoots and the water chestnuts, they're kind of hard to find. Where I got lucky and I found just about everything was at the Talon Market. The Talon Market seemed to have a lot of stuff. I don't know what would be good in your area, but that's what worked for me. So I leave the ginger out. The ginger's going to go in later. So now I stir that up a little bit. I have the temperature on hot. I'm going to turn that down to medium now. And I am going to add this in. This is half a head of cabbage. Now all this will wilt down. I know it's filling the pan now, but it'll start to wilt down. And since I turned that temperature down to medium, I'm going to turn this stove on. Move this off to that side. I will stir it occasionally. You know, something that will help it simmer down a little bit too is if you cover it, and I'm going to shake it a little bit to make sure whatever's on the bottom isn't sticking or burning. So, that's that. And what this pan's going to be doing, heat up pan, this is where I'm going to do my shrimp. So I already deveined and took all the shells off of the shrimp. Now here's something about shrimp. If you're going to scampi it, like I'm going to cook here, you don't want your shrimp wet. So what I do is I get a couple of paper towels. I can use it on this. I just did the cabbage on this, so it's no big deal. And I lay them all out like this. And I better hurry because I already have the heat going. Now, the amounts that I used for the cabbage is for 2 batches. So really, if I was going to make it all, I would want to have 2 pounds of shrimp. What I'm going to do is when that cabbage is done, I'm going to save half of it for the next day, and I might make pork egg rolls or whatever. So this is how I'm drying my shrimp. Okay, now I'm going to hit it with butter. Good amount of butter. Throw all that shrimp on there. Oops, I lost a couple. I just cleaned my stove, so my stove's clean. I know you saw that, but oh well. Okay, now you see how that butter didn't last for very long? Now, of course, the shrimp is going to let loose some juice also once it gets cooking. I probably put too much shrimp in this pan. I should have used my 12-inch cast iron. I wasn't thinking. But I'm going to make this work anyway. So, whoops, that's not good. That'll cook out of the oil though. If you saw some of the wine went into the oil, but it'll cook out of the oil. I don't like what's going on here. I do not like this at all. Get that going, get that on high. And I didn't bring the tools I need to do my job here. Get hot fast. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this hotter than hell, and I'm going to transfer, and it's going to finish cooking it up like that. It's still cooking, but I like it to have that sizzling thing going on where it's really fired up and going. Okay, so we still have the cabbage over here. I should probably give it some attention and stir it up. Bring everything from the bottom up to the top. Don't spill it all over. You can tell if it's hot yet by hitting it with a little bit of butter. Nope, it's not doing anything yet. Come on, pan, get hot. All the wine is almost evaporated out of here. And you don't want to overcook your shrimp. I'll show you how to tell if it's not overcooked. So, some of these are turning pink. That's the sizzle I like. Now I can take this off. I'm done with that. This back to the front so I can work with that. Turn the back burner off. Okay. I think those are just about done. I'm going to hit them with one more slap of wine there. stir them up. That smells good. Whoops. Angel, you get a shrimp. My dog will eat that one up. I'm surprised she's not over here watching me. She's always watching me when I'm cooking. Okay, so now that's done. I am going to grab a little plate and remove it. I don't want to spill anymore, so I better not be dangerous. So that is the way to do the shrimp. I'm going to return that back to here because I'm going to be doing all my work here, so might as well have the cabbage over here. You can hear some sizzling going on here, so I'm going to try to pull what's on the bottom up to the top. The cabbage is starting to wilt a little bit. So now is when I add I can't find any of my tablespoons. Here we go. Usually it's a tablespoon. Of the oyster flavored sauce. Come on, thing. What do you think you are, Heinz ketchup? I'm going to go a little heavy on it because, like I said, I'm making a pretty big batch of this stuff. Now, once you add that stuff, you're going to want to do some more stirring. And get that oil flavored sauce all over everything. I returned it to a high heat, so it's cooking fast, so I better turn that down. See how it's not taking as much space as it did at the beginning? It's all wilting down, and really I think this is pretty close to being done. So if that's the case, and I'm calling this thing done, it is time some carrots. And time to add all the ginger. I use that whole piece of ginger. I like ginger, so that's my choice. Now, all I have to do is slice up these shrimp. Choose how much of this cabbage I'm going to use with that pound of shrimp, which will determine how many are going to be made. We'll roll them and boil them. I mean, deep fry them. Now this is starting to look really good. So let me take care of this shrimp and we will create another video in a second.